Let's do some connections with bread and money. It's connections to bread and money. Take, for instance, right? Bread is also called money, just like money is called dough, right? If you want to make a pizza, what do you have to do with the bread? You got to flatten it out. You got to what? Expand this circle. If you're making that kind of pizza, a circle. But either way, expansion. A pizza or a sheet pizza represents a conglomerate in economics, a super group. All the toppings is the people's particular trade. And you know they're going to put cheese on the pizza. And we know cheese is also linked up to money. So that's people throwing fundraisers at it. That's the philanthropic work. That's where the money is raised. That's the tax write-off. A pizza. You can make pizza money. A pizza boy is not what you think in higher dimensions. A pizza boy is just somebody dropping off dominoes down here in 3D. But in like 6 and 7D, a pizza man is a owner of a conglomerate. A circle of dough that stretches far and wide and is a circle, but a big circle, a huge conglomerate, like a tycoon, a whale. That's the pizza boy in 6D. That's the pizza boy. You see? But you say, nah, I don't have that much dough to work with. All I got is a slice. I'm just getting slices from my job. Slices of bread, right? Well, how do you make toast? This is how you save right here. You got to take your bread out. That's the first thing. That's the first thing. And you're not going to make the whole loaf of toast, are you? So don't spend all your money when you get it. You're taking out just enough to eat, 2 slices or whatever. However many slices of toast you take, 2 or 4, whatever. But you're not going to toast the whole loaf. So you're not going to spend all your money when you get it. So take out the toast. Now you put it in the toaster oven and you got to put your bread down. You got to put your bread down. If it's in your hand, you're going to spend it. If you're walking around with it on you all the time, you're going to spend it. Put it to the side. Put your bread down. You make a toast, right? Put your bread down. Put your money down. Put your money in the safe. Put your money in the bank. Let it bake in the bank. You know what I mean? Or in the safe. So this is what you're doing to make toast. So you put it down. And now it's starting to warm up. You got to pull it out in time if you're talking investments. You don't want to burn your money. You want to take your money out while your money's still hot, right? If you're making toast, and when it comes to that, whoever you went in with or through, usually you got to go to where your bread is eventually what? Buttered. Unless you eat toast without butter on it. I don't think you do. And if we're talking about another topping like jelly or preserves, now you have to have some fun. Enjoy your money. These are sweet toppings that go on your toast. Have some fun. Live a little bit. You know, go to a museum, go to an opera, go to a concert. Go on a cruise. Take your family to Disney World. Take your family to Six Flags. Do something with the toast as it's burning away. Because eventually, even if you don't deal with the whole loaf, it's going to mold, right? And by the time it starts to do that, it's only good for the what? The birds. So it's like saying, if you're not being productive and being a good caretaker of your money, you could throw it away on the least of things. You could throw it away on something that'll fly away on you. Versus if you prep it and use it to stretch. It's at the bottom of the pyramid. It's supporting the whole structure, right? On the food pyramid, isn't the bread down at the bottom? Right? What ain't the bottom line? Isn't the bottom line money? The bread is at the bottom. Bread is dough. Dough is money, right? It's at the bottom of the food pyramid, though. It's at the bottom of the eating. What supports the eating? Money. What supports the whole pyramid? The bricks and the food. Money. If we're talking about the food pyramid, money, bread. You see how these things are synonymous? We going from 3D to like 6D. And we're connecting these two concepts. Remember, dimensions are just different planes of consciousness. I'm not saying like alternate realms. I'm not talking like that. I'm just talking about putting two different consciousnesses on things and synthesizing them. That's two major ways to make bread, from the most major to the minor, from the big loaf where you're making the pizza all the way down to making the toast if you only got two slices. And two slices is the saving. Don't burn your toast. Pull your toast up in time before you blow it on something silly, unless you got severe discipline, unless your discipline is strong. Make sure you add it, because you don't want the rainy day to be a rainy week. You might have rainy day money, but rainy week money might be required. You might have to freeze some of the bread, freeze some of your assets, so you don't spend yourself dry, right? And if you're baking your bread, that's like investing, putting it in an account, putting it in a mutual fund, something that appreciates with a higher yield than your standard bank account. Some kind of investment. You can't leave it in too long because what will happen? If we're talking about through most indexes or whatever the case, even banks connected, isn't that stuff traded on the stock market? It's traded on the market. So eventually that bread is going to be, it's getting hot. So, when bread gets hot, it has to move. It has to move around. So you're investing, you're looking at it, you're watching your bread grow, you're watching your loaf rise. You take it out just in time, you cut it, eat it, you enjoy it, you spend your money. It's there to be enjoyed. It's there to be enjoyed. If a person has millions of dollars and spends none at all, not enjoying one dime of it, they in the same position as a person who doesn't have a dime in their pocket. Neither one of them enjoyed the money, even if the other one had it around them. You understand? So this is spiritual. In the scriptures, Christ says, I am the living bread. You know what the living currency is? Consciousness. Consciousness is the ultimate currency. You can also say energy. Conscious energy. The ultimate currency. Ultimate currency. Everything really stems from that. It takes consciousness to barter, to trade, to get this for that, quid pro quo. That takes consciousness. You see? At the very beginning, it takes consciousness. So be encouraged. Bread is money, and there's many other things that your average everyday appliances and or items points directly to, for key codes to just breaking right through the matrix and glitching and tearing the simulation down and building your own simulation that works for you while this simulation continues to run. So a Super T Sigma, again, with Sigma Programming. I thank you for your time and attention. Over here, reaching is teaching. Continue to vibrate high, people. Peace.